I left my seat for just a moment and that's when it happened. How long were you gone? Maybe 10 or 20 minutes? And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Fey? Toilet? My perfect little dolly doesn't poop. I didn't say anything about poop. And regardless, Phoenix, pipe down. This is a legal case happening right now. What did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate it. What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. This is the third game if you are new, and we are on part number 2 of the game. Actually 3, this is part number 3 of the channel here, where we are going to be diving right back into the case. This is technically supposed to be the tutorial, but they assume that you've already played the first 2 games because they've already done all the intermission stuff where it's like more advanced and you have the more, intricate case, stuff like that. They've kind of put a little bit more padding into this one. So we're going to try to make our way through this one. Last time, we actually discovered that there was a relationship that this girl had. Her name is, I forgot her name already. Wow. Her name is Phoenix's girlfriend, right, for now. And she was in a relationship with another guy before getting in one with Phoenix, and now they're caught up in this little conundrum. Mia was also involved in a case that actually had something to potentially do with her, right? So we're gonna dive into that history a little bit. We're gonna see what's going on with that. We're gonna sail straight into whatever the heck we're gonna sail into. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump back into it. All right. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer? Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Sorry, she's trying to give her last testimony here because she needs to tell us how she met Phoenix. There's going to be some contradiction here that hopefully leads us down the path we need to go down to figure out why this is all live. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in the very courthouse basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. Huh? We've been going out ever since that fateful day. Why did it give me that little cue prompt? We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. I don't think that's it at all, brother. I really don't think that's it. I think it's a whole lot of, I'm sick of hearing all of this lovey-dovey, pooey-wooey. Okay, Mr. Wright, do that again and you'll be held. Thank you, Judge. First Judge W of the game. And now we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. I like how he was completely out of hope and now he's cheering me on. Like, bro, last episode you were talking about how it was worthless. So, until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself. No, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. Bro, you have no idea. My critics have taken to calling me Judge Fickle. Maybe you should look for a different line of work. Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why people also call him the Great Judgini. Both terrible nicknames. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse basement's reading room. The courthouse reading room. It's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madam Fey. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room? This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Fey, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case.
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. Better tread carefully. Man, keep pressing. That's right, slam that table. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this.
I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. Let's talk about it. You were writing a paper? On what? On the relationship between modern Senryu poetry and the criminal underworld. That sounds like a fascinating research idea. Yeah, in the 1780s. Am I getting old? No, I've forgotten. What I've forgotten. Again with this midlife crisis crap.
Mia, why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully.
Okay, hold on a minute. Newspaper clipping. What was it that he was talking about? A police report? I never even checked it. Incident overview, okay. Location, district, courthouse, cafeteria. Date, time, August 27th. What's today? Bro, no way it's August 26th at the day of me recording this. 4 p.m. Victim, Diego Armando. Age, 28. Occupation, lawyer. Suspect, Dahlia Hawthorne. Age, 19. Wait. Whoa. So, occupation, lawyer, victim was Diego Armando. Okay, suspect. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or in the suspect's person, or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. She poisoning people? She really is poison ivy. Oh! Okay. Well, let's talk about this little part here. So what was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snot-nosed college brat. Perhaps to a woman your age. Yikes! But to me, Feeney is handsome! Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen. Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. I'm not gonna lie, Mia is kind of going a little crazy on that. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might be shocked. Buddy, I'm more surprised at how your wife found you.
He's telling the truth. It was truly
shocking when now I gotta know what she looks like. Beautiful mushroom growing tall in the darkness. It comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeny. Yo, this is kind of harsh. At the same time, Phoenix is doing it to himself, so can't feel too bad. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. Okay, hold on. I hear you. I just didn't press this last statement. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, none at all. We parted on very good terms. But that just can't be. Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup. Huh. Are you sure? Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way. So the victim wanted to break up with her? Press further on that. So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you? Well, you... What a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife.
No one cares, Mr. Payne. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a spliff. Nobody gives a damn.
She didn't deny it. That must mean Doug Swallow must have seen through her little act. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature. Oh, wait, sorry. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature.
Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. The only way to discredit is to find a contradiction.
Okay. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in the very courthouse's basement reading room. Yeah, it's gonna be this contradiction right here because what do you mean we were destined when you were literally here in this courtroom? The witness testimony just now...
It could be.
It has to be, right? I knew it. However, your evidence isn't. What? Oh, don't even start with this. We're not even through the first case. Okay, so the contradiction isn't that they weren't destined because she was on the suspect list. So let's... Yo, let me find out. Bro, it's almost the same thing. It's almost the same thing, bro. It's almost the same thing. This game tripping on me right now. Bro, it's the same contradiction. In the past, I'm so sure they had multiple reasons why you could select multiple whatever, bro. You got it, I guess. You got it. That's why I never wanted to be a lawyer. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fey? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy?
Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report, and that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Here we go, now we're getting to the bottom of it.
Order! This is unbelievable! It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide even the sharpest thorns, I'm assuming that's what he said.
Miss Fey, that's not fair! You can't slander my witness with conjecture? I don't know, it just went away on its own. Winston Payne will not allow it! Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me, go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. Oh, you really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks.
No! You need to go to the doctor.
I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
Grossberg. Gross. I don't need that. I don't need that in my ear right now. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a lethal poison that is lethal in just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I don't even know where to get a poison like that.
So that's what happened to Mia 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
That's where you're wrong.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
It's my power level, it rises. Aha, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura. Aura, baby, aura. That proud posture and self-confidence. Absolutely smashing. Absolutely smashing.
Right. I met the lawyer who was... Yeah, let's talk about that. What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us what that incident was? That has nothing to do at all with this case.
Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly. I'll protect you.
You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny, please. Those two are really making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. I left my seat for just a moment and that's when it happened.
How long were you gone?
I already answered all these questions for the police. But if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes?
And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet?
What are you saying, Miss Fey? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't poop. I didn't say anything about poop. And regardless, Phoenix, pipe down. This is a legal case happening right now.
You heard the defendant, Miss Fey. Better luck next time.
No, Feeny, please. The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time.
Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
From what you heard, it was lethal for just 1 to 2 teaspoons. About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons?
Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drops says it's 1/2 a fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
So it's about 2/3 that amount, huh? The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Somebody must have quietly slipped it in there. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. A special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect!
Oh, where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry. All I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? We know how, brother. She was in college. She can go to the biochemical lab. So you see, I'm innocent. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show how you've gotten the poison, or how you could have gotten the poison? I think that's good enough reason, Madam Fey.
She's right.
And I think we've all had enough of Miss Fey's questions.
So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show she could have obtained the poison.
Then all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right?
Great. Now, just how did a literature student get a hold of poison of all things?
I don't know, but we're gonna have to pull out some evidence. So, newspaper clipping. Very little information is disclosed at this time since the victim yesterday incident in the district courthouse cafeteria said to have been a lawyer. However, the police are questioning why the 19-year-old female college student, or questioning the 19-year-old who was with them. Okay, so she was in that. Student's testimony, old. Wait. Oh! Ain't no way! Bro. Yo. Bro, this little vixen. Ain't no way. Okay, y'all, hear me out. Bruh, I just solved the case. So, I just solved the case. Okay, so I do think that guy had figured something out about that case that she was in. But here's the thing. I think what she did was on that day, she poisoned him using, what is this? Come on, say it with me. Dahlia's present. It's a small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. He shows it to everyone. Okay, that last part's not relevant. However, what did Phoenix say about it? She always asks for it back. Ooh, I wonder why that is. Maybe because on the day that she met Phoenix, calling it fate, she handed off this necklace in order to make sure she wasn't caught when she was put into questioning for what happened. So in other words, she is guilty through this, but we can't prove that yet. We have to establish association for how she could get her hands on something like this. And the number one thing that I can think of is it has to be something about going, profiles, about being a student with access to the labs. Damn it. So Cold Killer X, that was Phoenix's data test. So this is for the previous case. Right now we're, bro. Okay. I just don't know, bro. It's hard to bring this up as evidence because you can't just say she did it. You can't just say she did it without evidence. We can't really pull out profiles. Oh, I forgot! This guy was a pharmacology student! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, she was freaking dating the guy! Oh, she is a slimy... Oh, nah. Haha! Oh, I'm on your ass, Dahlia. Your Honor, what do you think about the judge's statement, or about the witness statement?
I don't really see any problem with it.
Actually, I don't either. Well, then what are you making a fuss for? Bro,
Think before you speak, young lady.
how did I miss the mark? It makes sense. I clicked the wrong person. Bro. I can't believe it. I humbly apologize for my misclick. You guys understand, right? You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had an easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab, that is.
But boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. Pharmacology? His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Yo, they went crazy with the soundtrack in this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such easy poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at this very table, you! Or at his very table, you. Got her! Got her! Order! Order! Could it be? That's... May I say something, Madam Fey? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container. Well, yes, that's true. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned it in the report. But don't worry, because I'm already on it! Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. I've got it. Proof? She got me good with that. No, she didn't, Mia. Stop it. Not with me on your corner. Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Fey.
Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
The police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and, of course, the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container?
Ah, bro, it feels so good to know. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was this witness's accomplice? Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Fey?
The day the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago, August 27th. The very same day... Tomorrow's their anniversary, y'all. The very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Look at you, bro. I clocked your tea. Clocked it. Clocked it.
Order in the court.
There's no way, bro. On behalf of Dolly, I object! Mr. Wright, control yourself! I won't let you bully her like this!
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat!
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her!
Madly in love? I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Wright, please open your freaking eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is because of that necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she's always saying the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying! But you never gave it back to her. Sure didn't. And to make things far worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! How old are you, Phoenix? You're like 19, brother. Get a grip. Mia, are you alright? Ah, the defendant! He's getting away! Wait!
Mia, are you alright?
Yes, I think so.
That boy, he went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh no!
What is it?
The bottle necklace! Miss Hawthorne's present! It's gone!
What? That's terrible!
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when she slammed into me.
Foolish boy!
The only thing that could have saved him.
What in the blazes are we supposed to do now?
Bruh.
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate it. What do you mean you ate it? Are you kidding me? Dalvia Hawthorne definitely doesn't poop, according to you, but I know for sure you will. That's gonna be a painful awakening for you in the morning, my brother. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. You what?
You ate it.
It was too big to swallow, pause. So I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. Who are we dealing with? Who are we dealing with right now? What the? What is he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. Nah, bro, hold on. I got this one. We mentioned that it was lethal and higher in a dosage of 2 to 3 teaspoons. If there were only trace amounts, it wouldn't have hurt him. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling's defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem.
Nah, hold on a minute. No! There must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fey, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Ugh. No, even after I prove so much, is she gonna get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
What are we doing now? Mr. Wright! I'm sorry, Miss Fey. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day, the day I met Doug Swallow. Okay. That girl. Okay, we know how this plays out. Here we go. This is like a One Piece recap. Like, brother, we know. Hold on a minute. That's new lore. You continue to see it as bad news, just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! All this over a girl and some poison. Message. Don't get caught up in little things. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous! There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is Miss Fey. You tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. No, this changes everything, bro. Phoenix, you're a terrible client, bro. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Fey, if you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore, exactly who was Miss Dahlia? Who was she planning to kill? Profiles? Honestly, my boy Doug. Big boy Doug. Wait a minute, Mia. Why would you want to kill Doug Swallow? Because Doug Swallow had figured out what kind of a person she was. And so, no, well, that may be true, but Miss Hawthorne had no way of knowing that. From her point of view, who was it that she really saw on her way? That is a question you have to ask yourself. Miss Fey, I'm beginning to run out of patience with you. What is your answer? Wait. So she was trying to kill Phoenix? Why? It wouldn't even make sense. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. What, because he had the necklace? And that was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered! Well, it's true that's how things worked out, but let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. Oh, wow. Boy was steady drinking the Kool-Aid. Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring it to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about. But even so, why? Why would she go as far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could only think of one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be! It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to turn it to her. Or to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. Yikes, bro. You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! And my man's going through it, bro. Feeny. Feeny. What a joke you are. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. And you disgust me! Miss Hawthorne? It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, you idiot! We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge?
Why did he grunt like that?
With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already.
Whoa. This courtroom does something to people, bro.
I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia! If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price as your life, with your life? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No! Oh, here she comes. You better think it over carefully, Miss Fey. Or should I say, Miss Gray.
Well, Miss Fey, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all? What?
Establish her guilt? No, I can't. I actually can't. I actually can't. I actually can't, bro. If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. So, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Yep, I'd like to present a save point for me. Impossible! You can't possibly... Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish a guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Miss Fey, please present your evidence. Ooh.
Ooh, actually? Hold on a minute. It was probably in here. Ooh, I think I just got it. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X. Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said in his testimony. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the only one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Huh? What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping.
Ooh.
Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. She knelt right beside him and switched out the cold medicine, y'all. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she carried on her plan to murder Phoenix Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug to live. She used a severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Her getting all these pieces into place, this is probably one of the better opening trials, bro. One of the better like top 2 trials to debut in a game. She had someone else swallow it. In this case, Doug swallow. Okay, we did it. We clocked her tea. We clocked her tea. Hey, bro, she's not gonna be poisoning any other men from here on out, hopefully. Ugh. Oh, come on, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman. She's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some? Yeah, don't me. Of course it was going to come to this. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Yo, that is a crazy face. Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay? Huh? Yes. I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. Okay. Whew. Finally all over. I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim! But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care! I'm Winston Payne! And I don't believe one word that this filthy rookie lawyer has said! Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes! Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said... There, it's all right, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness Miss Hawthorne with my very life. So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in there, right? You see, And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? My hair! You cannot be serious with this, bro. This guy... Mr. Payne. About Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Yes, Your Honor? Bro went from space dandy haircut to comb over. Wicked comb over. I'll file the papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Don't lie, just admit you were wrong. By the way, Miss Fey. Yes, Your Honor? Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Very well. Mr. Payne. This can't be happening, it's a nightmare! It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be true. My dear Dolly! Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant Phoenix Wright not guilty. And that's how we do it in the court of law, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first case wrapped up in a neat little bun. This court is adjourned. Hell yeah, bro. Mia, you were wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Stop! Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you can stop talking about them? That's rather rude. I'm rude? I'm planning to go eat dinner after this. I don't want to hear about your hemorrhoids. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with a client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
It is. You're more in tune with your hemorrhoids than you are with your own work, bro. Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. The dolly I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't really think that was her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kind of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. It's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But, out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. Who are you friends with, toddlers? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Yeah, well, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Fey? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe down the road. Oh, buddy, you've got no idea. You have no idea. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. You just had to remind me, buddy. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom, but that is a story for another day. Corny ass ending, bro. Get out of here. You're not. What do you think you are, main character? I mean, yeah. Yo! I'm already knowing this is about to be a banger, bro. Oh my gosh. What a try. Honestly, that wasn't bad. That was not bad. For an opening trial, that was actually really not bad. What are we doing? Stop. Whoa. We're getting into some other stuff. Stop it. Hold on. It started playing funky music and everything, bro. I had to stop it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today. I hope you did enjoy that episode. If you did, as always, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you always know when I'm posting another video. We also have a Discord you can join. It's going to be listed out in the description below if you want to join there. Have some good conversation about Ace Attorney, about streams, about games, about anime, about anything, TV shows, whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about it there. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy trip, man. This case right here, I'm not gonna lie, this was probably one of the better cases, I think, for like the starting of the game. I do enjoy the lore drops of like the Fey family and all of like the coolness that comes with like mapping out where Phoenix was at, like coming up, and then how he met Mia, and then how Mia met, you know, Grossberg, or not met, but was like mentored by Grossberg, and then how her first trial went. That was some mean foreshadowing that we just saw right there too in that ending, bro. So I really do think we're gonna see her come back. She seems crazy enough to just want to actually exact revenge. The only thing is that I feel like it's gonna come from a place that is not even remotely towards, like, it's gonna blindside us. I feel like I think we might have another. It might either be another kidnapping plot, or it might be like she's gonna try to, because she's a killer, bro. She's a killer. So we have to take that into consideration. I'm thinking maybe she's gonna try to like hurt Maya or Pearls even. Like, nah, bro. That'll be insane, but we'll get to that in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, again, that was that episode. That was part number 3 of Trials and Tribulations. If you did like it, again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the very next video. Appreciate y'all.
Peace, y'all.